We're still moving. We're still sinking.
What about this Pennsylvania border?
It's beautiful up there. A lot of snow.
Oh, there wasn't one massage.
So we got, we went to their house.
I'm trying to decide if I should go get another shower. And then take a picture. Right, but we
Just
still
need those
have to
cruise
get
nest
in
coupons to come
here
through.
and-
Yeah, I'm ready to
Yeah,
go.
you're right, it's probably better.
Oh, you can add them later.
Plowing the roads. And I was driving.
So is your trip is going to be out of Puerto Rico next year?
Yeah.
That was a nice way to do it.
We'll probably spend 3 or 4 days before and something. and then-
Where we stayed at the Sheraton, right at the port, right?
We stayed at the right in
Right
at the
in,
old port
Yeah.
in downtown, which was nice because lots of stuff to do.
Nice.
And then they put you on a bus or a cab to the cruise port.
Is this the airport nearby that too, or no?
we're about, what, 20-minute drive?
It's a
Oh, that's
taxi
not
ride.
too
It's a taxi ride.
That's not bad.
It wasn't bad.
As long as it's not an hour.
No. It's all sort of right near each other.
Oh, neat.
And being in the old town, the old port was nice because there's lots of little stuff to do and wander, and it's a nice, safe place to be. And that port, they seem to have things pretty well under control,
Yeah.
traffic-wise. There's more trouble to getting to the port. You know, we sat in traffic a long time just getting there.
Oh.
Once we got there, it was fine.
All right.
What part of the country you live in?
Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
We retired 8 years ago and moved down there, so.
Okay.
It's hot in the summer, so we get away in the summer too. Do the mountains. So.
Yeah.
A lot of drivable mountains from
Where had you been before that?
Chicago we lived in.
Okay.
So 58 years and I retired and got out to Vegas. My parents had passed away and her mom was still transitioning in her 80s and
Yep.
she just hit 91
Oh
and
boy.
she did finally get into memory care and it's like, okay. Now we have support, we have a lot of help.
Yes.
She's assisted, more than assisted, more.
Yes. And, yeah, because before then, you really have to worry a lot.
Yeah, and then you've got to somehow talk to them about stop driving a car,
Right.
stop cooking. You're getting lost, and you don't want to hurt anybody or yourself. And you got to establish the power of attorneys, get all that in order while you're still sane. It's like it's a hard thing to do, but you've got to do it.
I've got a couple of friends that are going through that right
Oh,
now,
man.
and one whose parents absolutely refused to do any of that and refused to admit that there was an issue.
Yep.
And so she wound up having to get a court guardianship order at one point.
Yeah, when you have to call a doctor in.
But the problem is you
sucks.
can't do that
Yeah.
until they're a danger to themselves.
Yeah.
She
Well-
couldn't. They until there was an incident. You know, everybody assumes that they're perfectly
Okay.
capable.
Right. Until somebody dies, they don't put in a stop sign or a stoplight until somebody dies, right?
Right.
And then once a kid dies, then they
And
put
that
in a
was
stop
just,
sign.
and that it's just
It's
ugly,
yeah.
ugly situation.
My parents were not in denial, thank God. They did what they had needed to do, and
Yeah.
we learned from that. And it's like applied to her mom, and her mom was great
Yeah.
in transitioning and handing over the guardianship and stuff. So real easy. And for this trip, we put our son onto it as a backup executive
Okay.
in case
Yep, in case something happens
you
while
never
you're
know,
gone.
right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the very first day we were on the boat, we got the call, and it's like, well, the kid can handle it. We're overseas. We have no cell. We don't know what we're gonna have or not.
Right.
Right.
So he's been handling everything, and he's just emailing us and keeping us updated on the status of how mom's doing.
Oh, that's good.
Wonderful. So we are so blessed with that.
That's great.
Yeah, very fortunate. We don't take that for granted.
That was adorable.
Are we doing anything? Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we're
gate's
halfway
open.
already.
yeah, wow.
The gate's open. We just need to let that finish opening and get down into the next one. Have you done much sailing before this?
I think this is our fourth Norwegian. And we did a Princess and we did a Carnival, so
Mm-hmm.
Princess twice. So it's maybe our 8th cruise now.
What did you think of Princess? What did you think of Princess?
It was okay. It was just a while ago. We weren't really aficionados. We don't really, It was fine, But we just fell in love with it. We went on the Bliss 2 years ago, and we just fell in love with Norwegian. We said, "That's it. We're done. We're only doing Norwegian from here on out." And this with the Haven is like totally sold.
When we were looking, Norwegian seems to have the best rooms for the price you pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can get a small, cheap room if you want, or you can get something bigger and fancy. You can get even which so many people don't have.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's so nice,
Oh yeah.
so nice.
Uh-huh.
Did you want another drink?
Thank you.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they used to have better entertainment, I hear, but we're not really here for shows anymore.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a lot of the ships, a lot of the cruise lines are struggling because that's kind of pricey to do.
Yeah.
And they're having the same financial issues every other business is having.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. No doubt. But yeah, I guess the Haven now, they said on this boat there's 116 rooms.
Okay.
Haven.
In Haven, that makes sense.
So what's there, maybe probably 200? There's probably 2,000? No, it's less than that. Probably what, 1,800 rooms total in the boat?
Something like.
Yeah, if you figure it holds 3,800, occupancy might be 2.4 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Normally, yes.
So, yeah, so it's less than 10% here.
And you don't, the Haven areas don't feel crowded.
No, not at all. Yeah, because on this boat, there's 5 different areas
Right.
to be in. So there could be 50 here, there could be 50 up there, there could
Yep.
be 50 in the pool, and 50 dining,
Yeah.
and then you're on shore or port, and it's like, yeah, you've got the whole place to almost to yourself. It's insane. So many times we're walking around, we're the only people in the pool or hot tub and
Right, yeah.
or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
cool. I love this thing.
It's worth a couple of extra bucks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like the price of flying first class, right? It's like 2 or 3 times more. I mean, this is 2 times more. Not even.
Bigger bang for your buck here, though.
I think you do get a lot more on this than an airplane.
Yes.
Yeah, you're on the plane for a limited amount of time.
Yeah. Although I will admit, the flight from Philly to Los Angeles, we did upgrade to first class to
Yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
you get a little extra room.
Yeah,
and,
right. And you get out right away, and you know where you've been.
Yeah.
Nobody blocking your path.
Well, yeah, we check luggage, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
You're still
All right.
you're still gonna wait.
But you might get a priority tag. Maybe.
Which you do.
Yeah. Okay. All
You know
right.
what, to me, it's the extra space.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, on a long flight like that,
Yeah.
you know, not having to be like this for
Yeah.
4 hours, 5 hours
That's-
is worth a couple
It
of
doesn't
bucks.
start your vacation right by doing that.
Right.
Handcraft. Like you say, a few extra bucks. It's not that much.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is definitely more interesting, as good watching it from in here as up
Is it?
there, and not turning into a lobster along the way.
Nice.
Ice waters.
Okay.
Last lock.
Yeah, this is it, man. We're free. Almost. Where's my peach seed? Aw. Thank you.
We are now moving to the third and final chamber of the Atlas Gradas Lux to descend the final 28 feet to sea level on the Atlantic Ocean.
The final 28 feet. Okay.
As we move forward, I would like to share that the ship always moves on its own power. The pilot has full navigational command of the ship in our waters. Pilots are required for a ship of this size. The tugboats are used to keep the ship centered.
Nah. I don't want to
Some
bang
notable
yours.
visits over the years. President Theodore Roosevelt visited Panama on the 9th of November, 1906, to inspect the construction of the Panama Canal, the first sitting U.S. president to travel
It's
abroad.
100 miles long. What could you have expected, right?
Under the
It's like, come on.
General Ulysses S. Grant, the 18th President of the United States, spent several weeks on Flamenco Island in 1852
Several
as
weeks.
part of the 4th Infantry's journey to California and crossed the Isthmus of Panama. Fort Amador was initially known as Fort Brant.
Mm. Interesting. Oh, the caramel corn. I grabbed that
Oh
the
my
first
gosh,
day.
that's
It's
so
like,
good.
oh, I can't eat any more of that. Oh my God, that was such a treat. I was so surprised seeing all that candy dishes. Oh. Trail mix.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, the other ships have had something usually on the pool deck.
Looks like jelly beans and M&Ms.
Yeah.
That's
Every,
good stuff.
every ship does it a little bit differently. and,
Yeah.
You know, of course, it changes over time.
Yeah. Yeah, this seems pretty healthy. You can get granola, you can get your nuts, you can get your seeds even. If you ask nicely, you could get pecans. That's a secret. Don't tell anybody else. If you tell too many people, there won't be any left.
Right,
Yeah.
Oh my God. She'll be mad at me for sharing. Oh well. But you two are great. You gave us a lot of pointers, so appreciate that. If we know any secrets, we definitely share.
You know, what works for us may not work for anybody else. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that.
It went right back into the thing.
So what did you do for a living? Work?
I worked in IT,
Okay.
mostly for life and health insurance companies.
All right. Nice. Wow. Yeah, she was IT as well. She worked in lighting industry, a lighting company.
Light distributor.
Light distributor. Yeah. Did their books, finances, and what? What did you do?
Just training.
Training.
As you do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. I was just a mailman.
Well, just, I mean,
Just.
it's kind of a critical
I
thing.
Critical
know.
job.
It was
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, it was good.
And to do it in Chicago, God bless.
Yeah.
There'd be some bad days, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was something. Put in your 30 years and
We have a former neighbor whose son went into that. I don't know if he's still doing it or not.
yeah, there's
We saw him around for a few years, and they kept changing routes and changing things. And
Yeah.
who knows where he is now?
Yeah, when I first started, like it was probably 38 years ago. Then it was about 1 million mailmen.
Mhm.
I think there's only maybe 600,000 or 700,000 now.
Wow.
And there's so many more deliveries
Yeah.
than there used to be. So many more businesses and homes. It's like, and there's so much less people to do it. Yikes! Glad I'm done.
Well, and we see guys out even on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
Packages
Oh, with
for
this Amazon stuff. Oh my God. My last few years, I mean 8 years ago, we were getting all these Amazon packages. That just kept us afloat. It's like, oh my God.
First it
there's
was
no
Netflix.
no first class
All the
anymore.
Netflix stuff.
No, there is no first class. It's just the packages. Oh my God, incredible! Wow. And then we were afraid, like Amazon was going to hire 100,000, delivery guys, and it's like, oh shoot, what are we going to do?
They're not gonna do that.
They're not going to do that.
No, they're not.
That's benefits. There's just too much they'd have to pay.
Well, and what they try to do is they try to get independent
Contractor.
contractors to do it,
Yeah.
and then they realize that they do a lousy job.
They mess up. Yeah. Mess up. Yeah, they do. They do.
You know, they get the cheapest possible
Uh-huh.
company groups that they can get, and that's the kind of work that gets done.
Yeah. No, it's ruining your name,
Mm-hmm.
credibility, and